Well, I went online and I bought a lot of different castor oil packs, and they're messy. They leak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, what are you going to do? Wrap yourself in saran or wrap or like a plastic sheet down to try to sleep or whatever. And so my sister's quite the sewing person. We came up with using the certified baby pull, which is a breathable, waterproof fabric that they use, like in homemade baby diapers, the crunchy homemade baby diapers. And of course, we're using our organic fleece. And so it's kind of like has a little bit of ribbing like a corset might have. So you saturate that liner and then you put it in there and then you can like lace it up and it will not leak and it stays on your body. You could exercise with it. You could literally be in the sauna with it to heat it up. It's got a little pocket so you can put your heating pad in there. And so it's just a no mess, easy castor oil fix.
Another thing I love is castor oil packing. And the last thing we're going to talk about is this neck thing. So let's talk about, so I go over castor oil packing with patients from children to adults. And I use a lot of it, especially because I deal with a lot of special needs children. And trying to explain to parents, like they're kind of mind blown because they've been to 8,000 specialists for their autistic child. And I'm like, have you ever done castor oil? Like, no. And I'm like, look, and I explain the simple thing about what that actually does when castor oil with a healthy organic pack on the liver, really any part that it can put it, but I always typically go with the liver to help with detox, how it activates the parasympathetic nervous system and helps that child calm down and sleep so much better that night. And for any parent with any child that has trouble sleeping, but you put it that it's a special needs child, behavioral disorder, autism, anything like that, where, high needs all day long, mama is waiting desperately till bedtime. And disrupted sleep on that child is very disruptive for that. And that can lead to stimming and biting and fighting and bowel movement. I mean, it can lead to not just everyone's tired. It can be really dangerous, actually. They are blown away at how calm and relaxed and the sleep improvements. Like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I know. And it costs almost nothing and it's healthy and easy. Just get organic. They can't even believe it. And I'm amazed how much we've kind of let castor oil and castor oil packing disappear. And I'm glad to see it's kind of coming back. I'm going to grab yours.
Well, I went online and I bought a lot of different castor oil packs, and they're messy. They leak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, what are you going to do? Wrap yourself in saran or wrap or like a plastic sheet down to try to sleep or whatever. And so my sister's quite the sewing person. So we came up with using the certified baby pull, which is a breathable, waterproof fabric that they use, like in homemade baby diapers, the crunchy homemade baby diapers. And of course, we're using our organic fleece. And so it's kind of like has a little bit of ribbing like a corset might have. So you saturate that liner and then you put it in there and then you can like lace it up and it will not leak and it stays on your body. And you could exercise with it. You could literally be in the sauna with it to heat it up. It's got a little pocket so you can put your heating pad in there. And so it's just a no mess, easy castor oil fix.
And all you do then too is when you replace this lining, guys, so you don't, constantly buy the whole thing, you just change out the thing. I typically have my patients change it about depends on how frequently, but about every 3 months. And I let them know, don't share this, like that is mine. And if, someone else is going to use it, like we probably get them their own thing or change the lining kind of a thing. So yeah, it's a very unique way it can wrap around in multiple ways to stay on. And
it's adjustable with the different snaps. So for tall people, short people. I haven't thought about making something for children. So I need your input on, because the elastic can be cut and it won't fray. So for like a child, I just need to know how many more inches of snaps I need to add. So then a parent could just cut it off so it would then cinch up and fit their child. But the one thing about this wrap too is, don't remove the liner, just roll up the whole thing and put the whole thing in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
So then when you're ready
you don't have to wash it, you guys. There's some people think, I'm like, no, you don't do all that. There it is. I just stick it in a glass jar. I have a big glass thing and I'm like, keep it in my bedroom in the closet, and castor oil, boom, done. That's how I do it. And there's more on castor oil packing. You guys can ask questions about it. Maybe if I have a video down there, I'll throw it down there. I'm not sure if I've actually made one or not. But it's an incredible, castor oil. It's one of those nature's magic, topical, internal. There's all kinds of things you can do with it. But it's for liver support, calming, helping with sleep. I use it. I do, and it's like, I can't believe how much this helped my sleep. You know what I mean? Like, wow. And I mostly just think of it. I was thinking of it as liver support. And all my children with special needs typically have overwhelmed, livers. We got a lot of things we're dealing with, and just the emotions around the liver and the gallbladder, our anger and resentment. I don't think it's a coincidence they're taking gallbladders out left and right. And there's so many gallstones in the world and the state and the way we're all got a lot going on, not know how to express anger and resentment very well. And imagine if you're, can't even say the words, VACCINE, injured child. I mean, you got probably a little pissed off about some things at that point. That's like with code everything at this point. It's ridiculous.
So with that liner, it is organic fleece. So you can unsnap it and you can literally, hand wash it. And it can be reusable.
Okay, you reuse them. Okay, I mostly am like, start over.
We washed, that's 528 grams per meter square. Like in the homemade diapers, you usually use 3 layers of the fleece. Okay. This, you can't even sew 3 layers of the fleece together because it breaks needles. It's so thick. So it's very rigorous. And we originally washed it in hot water and dried it in hot water. So it's pre-washed. And so it'll take the toughest washing. And, obviously you're going to need something that will cut the oil from the castor. Some people keep on buying the liners, so obviously they're not taking the time to wash them. Yeah. But, they can be washed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, for the homesteaders that want to do that, for those of us who are a little bit like, look, I'm doing the best I can.